I'm Daryl Casada, Customer Service Supervisor at Alamo Group Texas. What we'll be covering is the removal, the replacement hoses of the dipper section of our Maverick units. And what we will do is we will cover the disassembly of the hoses, the disassembly of the assembly, and the reinstallation of it. Let's start with safety. Prior to performing any work on the unit, you want to make sure to secure it and safeguard from anyone starting or trying to operate the unit while it is disassembled. You'll want to remove the keys and secure them either on a board or in your pocket. You want to chock the wheels of the tractor so it cannot move forward or back. And as a final step, you could actually disconnect the negative post of the battery to prevent anyone from trying to start the unit. With our tractor moved to the work area, we do have it secured so it cannot be moved and disabled so it cannot be started. We have put the boom in the area or spread out so it can be worked on easily. We are supporting it with jacks here, and also you can use overhead cranes or forklifts. Whatever you use, make sure that it has 1-ton capacity. To service the hoses for the dipper section, we will have to remove the entire dipper section from the boom. To do so, we will have to remove any related cylinders attached to it, as well as hoses. Mind you, if you are replacing one hose or multiple hoses for the dipper section, you're still required to take out all the hoses at one time when you disassemble it. Once it is disassembled, you will take the hose bundles to another work area where you can lay out your hoses and reassemble them in bundles properly so we can prevent any problems with the hose routing once we go back to reinstall. Now that we have the dipper assembly removed from the boom mower, we have set it on a workstation or a platform. Yours may be different. These are sawhorses. They do have to have a 1-ton capacity just for safety. So we have it here. As you can see, the hose bundle is still attached. On this end is your dipper extension. We need to remove these hoses from the tilt cylinder, lay those aside, and once those are laid aside, we can pull out the entire extension weldment with the hoses attached. The dipper extension is this entire apparatus that does fit up in the sleeve. So basically everything from here to the end will pull forward, pulling the hoses out with it, and it will need to be supported once you pull it out. We do have the boom extension attached or secured to our workstation. We have the boom extension ready attached to our overhead crane as we're going to pull it out. The hoses will follow along. We'll demonstrate that now for you. Now that we have the dipper extension on the table here, we already disconnected the power hoses and you can see they capped it. We are in the process of removing all of the cylinder hoses. We've disconnected it from the boom or from the mower head end. Now we will need to actually flip this section over so when we pull the hoses out, they do not get caught on the tubing. So that will be demonstrated now by our technicians. We will now demonstrate the process of installing our motor hoses, the pressure, the case drain, and the return into the Cordura sleeving using zip ties, as well as the Cordura sleeving, where we will insert each hose and we will then hold it in place individually with each zip tie. We want to make sure that you have an ample work area that is clean and easy to maneuver around. One of the most important things is cleanliness. So when you do have your hoses, when you receive them from the factory, they should have plugs installed to keep out contaminants. You want to keep these in until the last moment when you install the unit, the hose onto the unit. With the Cordura sleeving open, we want to bundle these hoses into the Cordura sleeving, making sure that we try to keep the orientation of the hoses in the same order as they are laid out. Here we have the two main hoses on the bottom. A very important step to know when you do get these hoses routed through your Cordura is you want all of these angles to be turned to the same direction due to the fact that when you install them, they will be parallel to each other, and this is how they will mount to the boom. If you have your hoses twisted in any way whatsoever, it will cause chafing issues and binding. So it is important to keep this in mind, to have all your angles orientated together. What we're going to demonstrate now are these number 6 hoses, which are used for the dipper extension cylinder. What the process there is, we're going to use some tape to bundle these together on both ends so they can be routed through the dipper section together. The other hoses, all the number 4s, will be assembled in a similar manner till we get them mounted or installed into the dipper section. What we're going to demonstrate now is attaching our tilt hoses, which is yellow, and white, to the first bundle we created, which is the number 6 hoses. One of the most important things to remember is when these are attached to the other set, we're going to want to have the solid yellow with the solid red, and then the double stripes with the double stripes. So when they are going to be installed, they will be laying just like this on top of each other. In this instance, it is 2-inch difference. There has to be a 2-inch difference between the ends of the first hose and these tilt hoses. So from that point is where we're going to want to have these secured. For the next step in this process of hose bundling, we're going to attach these green and white to the yellow, and then yellow and white. Same process as before. Keep the solids with the solids and then the stripes with the stripes. These two will also be 2 inches past the previous set of hoses. Now we're going to install these 3 power hoses, or the motor control hoses. We have to install them in a particular order. We're going to start with the green hose, then we will install the red hose. Once those 2 are installed, we will adjust the other end of the hoses, and then we are clear to install the blue hose. Now the first of 3 hoses are installed, and we're working on the second hose. We don't want to tighten them down yet, as we need to adjust the other end of the hoses to match the boom. With our green and red hose hand tight, we notice that the hoses are side by side. We need to make sure that the hoses are going to match with our lift section, so we have to associate the other end of the hose to match up so they do bolt up. As you can see here, we have our dipper section right side up, just as it would be when it's mounted on the boom. So when we come down to the other end of the hoses, we have to make sure that our ends will match up to the boom section and be able to mount correctly. Here are the points that our hoses will connect to, and they will be in order, and we have to match the order with the hoses so that when we do have them aligned, they will mount up into their correct position. It's important to try to keep this blue hose on the top, as it is going to mount on the top on the dipper extension. As you can see, our technician is making sure that all the hoses in the Cordura sleeving are staying in the same position that they are required to, where they bolt up. He will work it all the way to the end. As you can see, we have our 90-degree angles all facing the same direction, and he will put them in the order that they need to be to match the boom section. Once that is done, he will actually go to tighten the hand tighten ones. While he tightens them, the other technician will hold the 90-degree angle ends to make sure that they do not move. Now that the red and green hose have been tightened, we can install the blue hose by hand and tighten it down as well. When installing these hoses, it's important to know that you do need a helper. One person tightening the hoses, the other one making sure that the other end is facing the correct direction. You must rely on each other to make sure to get the most complete, thorough job possible. At this segment of this process, we're going to take the Cordura sleeving, pull it up to the end of the hoses. We will make little holes around each hose. The holes do not have to be very large, just enough to pass a zip tie through or a cable tie. And we will do this for each hose individually. Now that all three hoses are secured by individual zip ties or cable ties, we will take one last cable tie and wrap it around the Cordura sleeving around all three hoses. This is the hose bundle we created earlier with all the hoses taped together. It's very important to keep them laid out when you go to install them. This is just an example. We have them laid out on the floor for you to see. We want to make sure that all the color codes on the end are together. Here's our number 6 hose we have on the right hand side. Then we're going to have the other two sets of number 4 hose in the middle and on the left hand side. As you can see, we have them grouped together towards the end. When we go to install them, we want to try to keep them spread out and separated as possible. We will need to turn over the dipper extension section to help ease the installation of these hoses. So carefully with the partner, turn over the extension. And this will make installing the hoses much easier. The reason for turning over the extension is once we start feeding the hoses through, we want it to come through this port right here in the weldment. Otherwise, if we had this unit upside down, it would catch on all the hoses and tubes that are already installed and hardlined in the section. We were at the mower end of the dipper extension. This is where we're going to pass the hoses through to get to the other end to connect to the lift section. The hoses will pass through this cavity. Once they are passed through, we'll connect them to the hydraulic fittings here, 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 and here. As you can see, these two sections already have 45-degree fittings on them. These two will also require 45-degree fittings, but we are not to install those until after we have the hoses connected to these two here and tightened. We are now going to install the bundled hoses into the dipper extension with the male ends first. Please note our technician is keeping the hoses separated still, the number 2 or the number 6s versus the number 4s, to keep them from getting tangled as going through the fitting of the housing. Prior to installing your number 4 hoses, we do want to inspect and make sure that our fittings are located in such a manner that they will not interfere with the hard tubing. As you can see, ours are already in place, but our technicians will ensure that the hoses will clear prior to tightening the hoses. Once we have our 45-degree adapters secured, we will attach the hoses in this order. We have the yellow hose here, the yellow and white hose here. Next, we will come down here. We will need to install additional 45-degree adapters, starting at the bottom. Then we will attach the green hose. And then up here, we will attach the green and white hose. Now that we have the hoses routed through the section, we're going to take these two red and white hoses, the number 6 hoses, and insert them through this cavity in the section. Now that we have our number 4 and number 6 hoses secured at the end of our dipper section, we will install the Cordura sleeving onto those hoses on the insert side. As you can see, these are the hoses that we bundled with tape together earlier. We will remove this tape, secure the Cordura to the same area with tape, and then once that is secure, the excess Cordura that's on by the hoses here will be up and pushed up and installed into the hoses, into the cavity. All right, we have the dipper extension flipped over, right side up. As you can see, we have our hoses installed, and we do have the extra Cordura pushed up into the sleeving. We did use zip ties to secure the Cordura to the hoses. This end, we added Cordura to these number 6 hoses. The dipper sleeve will have to be prepared to accept the reinsertion of the extension. Make sure your pucks are adjusted out so you can still accept the sleeve will slide in. As you can see here, these may be different style puck holders than what you currently have. This is a design upgrade. If you'd like to learn more about these, call your customer service rep at our factory at 1-800-356-6286, and they will give you all the information you'd like to know about. Now that we have the extension shaft inputted into this extension sleeve, we notice that we have these hoses connected now to the tilt cylinder. These require approximately a foot of hose exposure to connect to the cylinder. When we first installed it, it was a little long, but to adjust it, we go to the other end where we had all the hoses secured to the Cordura with tape, and we could pull the hose out, the number 6 hose out there, to bring it to the correct length. Now with all the hoses connected, you can see the orientation of how these hoses are shaped, zip tied together. What we'll do now is we will start the tractor and have an operator run the boom extension out and back in. We will check for leaks on the hoses, as well as check how these hoses bundles run together in and out of the boom. So we'll get it going. We are moving the extension out. We will run it all the way to its complete stop. And then we're going to bring it back in. So we see that it does operate smoothly. One of the things we did learn during this process of changing the hoses out is the zip ties used to secure all the Cordura tubing or hosing together. We discovered if they are turned to the side as you install them for ease, they would seem to catch on our Teflon keepers that protect the hoses. So we decided the best form of action there was to zip tie it straight up and down. That eliminated that problem. So we will make note that all the zip tie ends need to go straight up. With that, we conclude our repair service for the hoses of the Dipper. If you have any questions whatsoever on this process or any other information that you may need for your Maverick, feel free to call our factory and the customer service department and we will get you taken care of.